let's rank these pets. Hey, hello, beloveds, this is Carter. Hopefully having a great day. I'm having a great day. We're back today in World 0 with the lovely pet tier list y'all have been asking me for such a long time. So let's do the normal video intro stuff and we'll get right on into it. If you haven't already, please make sure you smash that button and do the same thing with the subscribe button. I'm greatly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. How this is going to work. First of all, this is just based off of my opinion and general information and kind of my preferences. So if y'all think stuff should be moved, or if you agree, disagree, let me know in the comments down below. Please be respectful. I would greatly appreciate that because I know a lot of people got upset about the last one. And again, it's just my opinion. So I have all of the pets set up and this lovely ranking list for y'all. So it is already ready to go. So we're going to go through each individual pet and go through them. However, I'm going to be basing it off of when you get it in the game. That is going to be part of my criteria. When you get into the game, how useful it is, that part in the game, and how easy it is to obtain, and if it's something worth grinding for. So our ranking is S, which is a must-have. You need to get this as soon as possible. A, B, C, and oof. I don't even think we need D, but we'll keep it anyways. So the other deal with this is I am going to talk about which of these is going to be good for which class. So if you have anyone others that you would like to add, you're always more than welcome to. Let's get on into it. I'm also going to be doing these by world as best as I can. So, and there is no limited pets. There is no pets from the Halloween event. There's no rock pet. There's no fireball pet. None of that. These are all pets that can be obtainable at any point in the game current. So let's talk about the World 1 pets, which would be the boar wolf, foxes, and owls. So for these, my opinion is as follows. Getting a healing pet early on is going to be your biggest priority because you have no way to heal and you really don't have that great of gear starting off. Just being honest, and grinding for gear at that level is super hard, and none of the classes have any type of healing ability. So let's go ahead and go on off to the regular boar wolves. So we'll start with them. So this is the 90% boar wolf. Unless you have nothing else, use that. But no, it's not even that great. I wouldn't even say it's even a C tier. The elite boar wolf that you can get, it has a decent damage attack. Again, it's preference over the other one because it's going to do more damage, but The dire boar wolf has dire blast, which is a powerful blast. So, I mean, it's not bad for damage attacks, but the regular boar wolf has black flame. It's not, no. Just no. Next up, we have the lovely owls. So, the owls actually, again, the purple owl, I don't find to be that useful. So, I wouldn't recommend keeping it. It's a poison splash. Again, it pretty much, yeah, no. The white owl, I would say, has some usefulness. I'm going to put it in B because it's a healing pet. But this is the harder of the low-end healing pets to get. It does the AoE heal of healing pulse. So it's just pulsing around you to be able to get that. So that's just kind of my opinion on that one. So that is the two owl pets. There's nothing really to note because these are early on pets, guys. You can always get better stuff. The white fox, which is a 50% chance when you are hatching the foxes out that you'll get a white fox. You're more than likely going to get this one, and it's a good B tier pet. It's a good healing pet. You can farm them easily. It would be something I would recommend getting. There is better healing pets though. So, but it is a good, nice group heal. I'm kind of debating on putting it in A, but we'll keep it in B because there is stuff better to get, but it is probably the easiest of the B tiers to farm for. And then this, just go right there. No. Next up, we have all the ones from the jungle egg, which are going to be our frogs and the quidadil. They only evolve into two main things, which I think is a little bit weird, but eh. So the frog's ability is striking down lightning. Okay, I'll maybe put that in a C tier just because it's the next area to get, but again, that early on you have no healing, so I wouldn't be trying to go look for that. And the quidadil has poison. That's, again, no. Just, no, we're gonna move it. No, oh, just These are pets you don't need to be hunting for. There is stuff that does far better. Only use it if you have no other pet. I think the only reason I gave this boar wolf C tier is because it looks cool. Just being honest. So basically the first two worlds you need to be focusing on getting an owl and getting a fox just for healing. If you want to use stuff for damage because you're OP and you're able to dodge, that's up to you. Next up for our lovely ice world, we have the goose and the raptors. So the black goo, I mean, it does black flame. No, we're just oof, straight to oof. No. And again, white one is a heal. It's not that great, but if you haven't obtained a healing pet and you manage to score one, that's always an easy one to grab. Now, this is kind of the first time where we have to talk about with the raptors a little bit of a difference, because this lovely pink one right here, no, go away. No, you stay down there in the oof class. The tether heal raptors. So this used to be the OP pet to own before Tower 2 and before it was heavily nerfed. Now, it still does do a little bit of healing because basically the tether heal heals you personally. This is not a group heal, but it heals you personally, and I think it maybe does at most a half, maybe less than that. So if you're looking for a heal, you're soloing, you're speedrunning, that's a good pet just to have, just so you can have a healing class, because that's kind of what you're going to be using it for. Just kind of my thoughts on that. We're going to go to basically World 4 now, because World 4 is where we get into the Pharaoh egg and we get the butterflies and the lions, and these are where we start getting into the really nice OP pets. We're going to start off first with the lions, which I actually, before this video started, didn't have one of these. We have, first off, we have the barrier lion. So the white lion creates a barrier around itself, not just for you, but for others. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in A tier, because creating a barrier that's super useful to anybody. It's not just healing your health, it's giving you health to basically be able to tank through while you can self-heal. So this is really nice. These are capped on your current health. This basically gives you extra health so that you can heal on top of that. Any class is going to want this. I would recommend for maybe a strict DPSer like Berserker or Dual Wielder, but that's just their preference on what they use. I would not recommend this for Major Light. I would not recommend this for Demon. There's better pets to be using for that. You can use this with Archer and with Dragoon, but that's your personal preference on that. But there is better pets we're going to be talking about for healing and defensive purposes that are going to be coming along here pretty soon. So the next up we have is the red lion that does a meteor strike. This is a massive AoE damager. I know a lot of people that love using the lion, but there's better stuff later on. So for its class, it does pretty good. It is on par with, I'd say, the other healing pets. So if you are needing a pet to do lots of damage, say you're a mage of light, you want some extra DPS, you're a berserker, you just want to go ham on that DPS, it's got all the stuff you're looking for, this is something you could use. Or we're going to start seeing our first S tiers, because these will work all the way from when you're able to obtain them in World 4 all the way into World 7 that are currently being used. The first one we're going to talk about is actually the Black Butterfly. The Black Butterfly's ability is Black Hole, which summons a black hole that slows down and damages an enemy. So this is a two-part attack. So basically it causes all the enemies to basically be sucked towards this central point when you cast it, and it does damage them. So this is good for any class wanting to run this, except for Demon. And I'm going to explain why, because the Demon's only pet that it should be running is what I'm going to explain here in a minute. But this pet is super OP, especially like an event boss fight. And boss fights, this thing is king. This will help you out so much. I've watched Zeus get sucked into one of these and just get blown away. Just absolutely blown away. It's crazy. The next pet I'm going to talk about is really good for one class, maybe two, but for the others, depends. So I am going to put White Butterfly in A, and before everyone throws a big cow, you have to realize this is pretty much the best pet for Demon, because the ability on White Butterfly is Energy Charger. This allows you and all of your enemies' ultimates to charge slightly and increased over time. And Demon's main thing is basically you can permanently keep its ultimate up with a White Butterfly and spamming the E command, which causes it to change in between single target and multi-target. However, there's other pets later on that I know some people treasure more than this. I don't know. I'm gonna move it up to S tier because it's charging ultimates. It also works for Berserker. This is also gonna work for Dual Wielder. This is also gonna work for any other class that basically has a really good ultimate that they want to get up. Even Dragoon. So we'll move it up to S tier. I'm gonna change my mind while we're doing this. I don't have this all laid out ahead of time. I literally am talking myself through this while I'm recording this video. But that is the first 4 worlds, and we're kind of already set up. So World 5 is where we're going to start hitting a wall, because most of the next pets, except for Glyph in B, are only obtainable through getting tower eggs, which makes these guys really hard to farm. Let me talk about B and Glyph, and then we'll go into the others, because that's where we're going to start hitting some hiccups and where kind of rarity and placement determines. So B, we're going to start off with that. It has a Poison Pierce Pro, which splits off and poisons your enemies. It's a poison attack. That's my opinion. If you need damage, use it, but or if it has really good perks, but otherwise, no, it's a fail of a pet. The next one we're going to talk about is the Glyph. This was introduced, most of us call it the one that looks like the Pokemon. Basically, every time you activate it, it either has a chance to heal or it drops large health orbs, which is kind of nice. I'm going to put it right there. The only limit with both of these pets is they're 100,000 apiece. Yeah, that's kind of... It's better to go spend 10k and farm for one of these guys, these 3 up here, than to go after these 2. Just in my opinion. So let's go get on into our first ones that come from the Molten Egg, which is the Pet Dragon and the Pet Sheep. And of course they have 2 varieties we're going to go over. So we have first the Dragons. We have the... we'll call it purple one. The purple one basically does a poison attack. So that's my opinion. The red one, it has a Meteor Strike. Again, it's the same situation we're running into the Red Lion. It's good, but use Black Butterfly. It's going to slow stuff down and do damage. So, that's kind of my opinion. I know people are going to get upset about the Red Dragon and the Red Lion, but that's just kind of my opinion. There's other stuff you can use later on, like Shark. Get Shark, man. That thing's epic once we get to it. So, they're really good for their level. Use them if you're wanting damage dealers. Like these 3 right here, if you're wanting damage, use them. But there's other stuff later on that if you're in tier level 100, you need to know what you need to go farm for. There's other stuff to go look for. Next, we're going to go into the sheepies. So first off, we have Pink Sheep. Pink Sheep grants a defensive buff. It's kind of like Lion, but not as easy to get. So that is the reason I'm putting in the B tier, because it's not as easy to get as the White Lion, and you can farm for better perks out of this White Lion than you can for this pet. Other than the fact it does a big roll, which is what this one does. The only I don't even have a black sheep. I think I had one at one point and I gave it to somebody because it has a giant roll attack, which is super nice. But no, there's better pets to get, and I would recommend getting those. Next we're going to talk about are the pets from the Ocean Egg. So if you don't know what the Ocean Egg is, this is from the Tower 2 drops. So let's go into these. These pets are super nice and are going to be higher up on the tier list. So first off, let's do the Sharkies. So we have the regular shark pet that does Whirlpool. So it summons a Whirlpool that travels and damages enemies. This is super nice. I'm just letting you know. I've watched people use Whirlpool do lots of damage. I'm going to put it right there. You want to know why? So Black Shark is our next one. And Black Shark is kind of like Black Butterfly. The only difference is this is easier to farm for better perks. But it is still super nice to have because it does have a large AoE. So kind of keep that in mind. If you can get Black Shark, get Black Shark. If not, go get Black Butterfly. The next 2 we have Pink Squid. Pink Squid is a staple for everyone to use for healing for a group. If you have not been able to get Black Squid, you use Pink Squid. As basically it has that healing attack, or the squad healing, and heals you and your allies from basically one big health pool. So if someone doesn't need healing and you hit it, it doesn't heal them, it heals everybody else who needs it. So it's actually kind of nice. Now, Black Squid, best healing pet in the game. because it has a larger health pool than regular pink squid. Now we're gonna get on to the cat egg, which makes me sad. Makes me sad. You get this from the Mesovein Tower, which is Tower 3. So when you get this egg, you have basically, we're gonna call this the 89% cat. It's the regular cat. This cat has scratch, so this is a collecting item. The, I guess, calico looking one, the 10%, as most of us call it, has a speed boost, which is actually kind of nice. Like if you're farming for cat eggs or you're farming for an egg in the other towers, it's decent. There's something that does something better. It's harder to farm. And then we have what we call the 1%. So this thing, the ability is called Feline Fury Pro. You get a temporary speed boost, which can be combined with Mount. Thank y'all for letting me know that. I have tried that out since then, and oh my. And dealing damage heals you. It's not that much, but it's a healing and a speed boost. However, it's a 1%. You have a 1% chance to get this. This is more of a collector's item than it is anything else. So, unfortunately, because it is a collector's item and how hard it is to obtain, I'm putting it right there. I love the thing. I love Gallo. I traded for mine, but meh. So guys, this is my lovely tier list that I have. If there's anything you disagree with, let me know. If you disagree with anything from C to oof, you're wrong, I'm sorry, but everything from here up, yes, I'm willing to discuss. But again, I based these off of how easy they are to get, the application for that level, and if there's something better on that you can get, if you can get level 100. So there was multiple things of criteria before y'all start screaming at me about Red Dragon and Red Lion. Please keep that in mind, that there is other pets that do damage and slow, which is going to be more important for raids, for event bosses, things like that. So, but plebs, that is my tier list. I will share the link down below if you want to take a look at it and kind of set up your own. Please, again, let me know in the comments down below what your thoughts are. If there's any that you're still kind of confused on, and if you want my opinion about certain event pets, I can give them. There is a plethora of event pets. Alright, plebs, thank you for making it to this part of the video. I greatly appreciate it. My individual crew, y'all are awesome as always, and I will see y'all next time. Bye! Before we go, guys, I want to give a big shout out to my lovely knights of the YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate all y'all's support. Y'all are amazing. And a big shout out to my Emerald Knights. Thank you so much for the love and support. See y'all next time.